Wow, that is such a good stabbing motion. I am really good at that. Why am I looking at my own knife while stabbing? I don't know. Halloween has Michael Myers stalking Laurie Strode. So, that was kind of a parody of the intro to Halloween. Hope you enjoyed that. So, took me like 6 or 7 tries to finally get that done with. But, now on to the positives of Halloween. The score for the movie is just perfect. It's creepy. It builds up the tension with the without relying on jump scares in the score and even in the movie. So I really like the score. It's so iconic. It's a really good score for Halloween. So I really like it. The opening few minutes are just so good. Someone spies on a girl. They kill them only for it to be revealed that it's a 6-year-old boy, and that it was that he killed his own sister. Michael Myers killed Judith Myers. So that is such a good opening to a horror movie. So I really like that. In the entire movie, I just love how Michael Myers is just around every single corner. You never know where he is, but it surprises you when he shows up on screen. Because, like, in the background, you see him driving the car. You see him following Laurie. He's around every single corner, every single bush, and he's just stalking Laurie throughout the entire movie. And it's really tense because he's like, it seems like he's just everywhere and nowhere at the same time. So it's actually pretty scary. This movie is just such a simple concept, directed brilliantly by John Carpenter, that it's just really good. It's just a really simple premise, but it's just really good. It's just presented in a really good way. And the final chase is actually really good and tense. So I really enjoy it. It's a really tense and pretty scary movie. That's it for positives. On to the negatives. I will say the kills are pretty weak in this first movie. For the premiere slasher, like, this predates Child's Play, Elm Street, Friday the 13th, and Friday the 13th was very much inspired and ripped off Halloween. For Halloween being, like, the very first premiere slasher movie, one of the more iconic slasher movies, the kills are actually pretty weak. They're unbloody and very uncreative. So from a slasher standpoint, I don't really think it's that good of a movie. Like, I don't think any of these kills in this movie are gonna be on my top 10. Maybe one of them, but certainly that one kill isn't gonna be in the top 5. So the kills are just pretty weak, so it makes it a little less rewatchable for me for a good slasher movie. And honestly, for me, I do think it gets a bit slow and boring in the second half of the movie. It really does not keep me that engaged until the last 10 minutes again. So the first 30 minutes of the movie is actually really good, tense, and like a pretty good style of a thriller to a degree, this stalker thriller kind of thing. So that is really good, but the second half of the movie just really is not that engaging for me, and it's happened for the past few times that I've watched it. Certainly this last time for reviewing it, it's certainly very slow. So yeah. But in the end, aside from those two pretty small negatives, I think this is actually a very good film. This would be in my top 30 movies of all time. Probably not my favorite horror movie of all time. I mean, like, I would certainly give that to Evil Dead, The Fly, with Jeff Goldblum, which I have yet to review. I'll get to that franchise soon. I think... I even think Halloween is kind of below Friday the 13th Part 4 and the Friday 13th reboot. And this is going to be a very weird thing to say. I actually kind of did a double feature of Halloween and The Babysitter with the character of Cole and B. The first horror movie I reviewed on this channel. Even compared to The Babysitter, I would rather rewatch The Babysitter than Halloween. I'm sorry, because I know on a surface level, The Babysitter is not that good, but I just have so much fun with The Babysitter, so for some other horror movies, I would rather rewatch some other horror movies than Halloween. Like, Halloween doesn't have the funness of The Babysitter. It doesn't have crazy amounts of gore like Evil Dead. And I personally don't think it has as memorable characters as The Fly with Jeff Goldblum. So, or Friday the 13th Part 4, which actually has, like, about all the good things about all my favorite horror movies. Good kills, good characters, tense. So, even though Halloween is a good horror movie, I think I would still put it in my top 10 horror movies of all time, but it's not a movie that is, like, top 3 for me. So, I still really enjoy it. So, Halloween is a must-buy. Halloween is a staple for Halloween. For Halloween night, you have to watch it on Halloween night. Like, I know I will be come this October. So Halloween, it is actually a really good movie, and I do really much enjoy it. Thanks for watching.